Hey guys, thank you so much for coming by my garden today. My name is Stacy, and today I just wanted to go over a little video on knowing when to cut your sunflowers down. We've been doing a couple of videos over these last few days on knowing when to cut them down and how to harvest the seeds out of the center. So it's really important to show you guys this because when they start hanging down like this, their center is usually filled in completely, almost all the way complete. We're going to turn the camera around in a second to show you what we're talking about, but you can see this guy next to it right here, his center is not yet filled in. He just sprouted, well, him, her, whatever it is. I call my plants he and she, so if you hear me saying that, I'm just talking about the plant in general. But this little guy right here has just opened its bloom a couple of days ago, and this one has filled in completely pretty much. So when they start hanging down like that, especially when we start getting storms and stuff, they start getting really droopy because that rain just makes them a lot heavier, especially when their heads are full of those seeds. It's really important when they start drooping like this and you get bad storms coming in, those heads get really heavy. What can happen is they can snap, and before they snap, I like to cut them because then pests, rats, raccoons, animals, they start digging in your sunflowers like those beetles have, and it's just really not good. Plus, if you haven't noticed yet, I am dripping sweat. We're in the rainy season now. We're in midsummer here in Central Florida, Zone 9B, and it is such a hot day out today. We have temperatures in like the 95 to 96 degree range. I don't even know how hot it is, but with the heat index, it is a hot one today. So I have to make sure that not a lot of moisture is getting stuck in those heads, because that's another thing that happens when your sunflowers are at the end of their stage. When those centers fill in and they're starting to, droop down like that, what can happen is mold can start setting in those sunflower heads, and you don't want your seeds starting to rot out on you. So cutting those heads are really important. If you're getting into the rainy season, they're starting to hang down and you notice the center is starting to get eaten up by bugs. So if that's happening, I recommend you just hacking it down and harvesting as much seed as you can. We're going to show you a little video today on these sunflowers and some we harvested over the last couple of days. Alright you guys, so these were the sunflowers we were just looking at behind me, and it's starting to storm out again. So the rain is coming and we're just going to go through this really quick outside and then jump inside. The sunflowers hang down really low and that center is not yet filled in, but you can see they start to hang once they're at the end of their stages of blooming. So I like to leave them on there a little bit longer until that center fills in completely. We don't really have a complete sunflower yet. We still have a little bit right where this pollen is. See that? So that hasn't pollinated yet. We have to let that pollinate all the way before we go ahead and cut this down. Now a lot of moisture from this rain really ends up hurting your seed, so have to be careful that I cut this down in time so the moisture doesn't get to it. See what I mean about the beetles? There's one right up top as we're videoing. He's gonna get in there and he's gonna destroy my sunflower. So this guy still has a ways to go, and I'm going to have to keep an eye on it because these beetles really like this section over here. It is starting to rain, so we're just going to jump inside and show you all the sunflowers we've collected. Woo, Nelly is a hot outside, so we came in and we're going to finish this video inside with you guys. So this is the big mammoth we harvested. I'll post a little picture. And you can see how many seeds we got off of it. These are all seeds I'm drying on a tray, so you can either leave them in the sunflower head to dry completely, which I did with this one, or you can harvest them first and then let them dry out on a tray all individually like that. We harvested this one, which was the one next to the flagpole that we just harvested, right? Yep, the one next to the flagpole, next to the one that we're going to harvest in the next day or two. And you can see that center on it filled in completely, so we were good to go. Before those bugs started eating the center of the sunflower anymore, I had to harvest it, especially with all this rain we've been getting, because it's really not good to have a lot of moisture within these heads. It starts rotting your seeds out. And I don't want that to happen because we have tons of seeds in here that we're going to be harvesting soon. So I'll come back if you guys want. Comment below and let me know if you want me to come back in about a week to show you guys what these look like, because they actually dry out like half the size of this when they're done drying. So if you guys want me to come back and do a little video for you on what they look like after they're done drying in the heads and how I harvest them out of the heads when they're dry, then let me know. We already did a video on harvesting these when they were wet in the head already, and we definitely want to save these varieties because they're really good genes. So if you have a sunflower that has really good genes, really good color, like the Evening Sun did, the Velvet Queen did. The Autumn Beauty was just beautiful. It was almost black to purple looking. And then the other big mammoth we measured was 7 foot 8 inches. So that one, we definitely want to keep the genes from that plant, which is this guy right here. And we're going to harvest these seeds in about a week or two. It takes quite a long time for these heads to dry out. You can leave a little bit of a stem on there if you want, and just hang them on a string upside down anywhere in your house, or leave them on a dish. I just leave them on a dish too, just like this, or this way, whichever way you want. Probably upright's better. And I have a little air conditioning vent. We have central air here, which actually blows air on my seeds and my flowers, so it dries a lot faster. And then I don't throw the petals away. So when I cut my sunflower down a little early, the petals are still really, really pretty on them. And before they start to deteriorate, I like to go ahead and dry them. So I pick them, I wash them off, and then I just lay them on a paper towel and dry them out so I can have them in a little bowl and enjoy them even after they're cut. We have a lot of different varieties we did this with, and I just put them in little bowls around the house. It's really fun to save your work, you know, your hard work out there. You work so hard for months to grow that sunflower and see that sunflower sprout that after you cut it, it's a shame that it goes to waste. So that's why I like to utilize my flower petals before they dry out completely on the stem. We made this little arrangement yesterday because you can see these little flower petals are starting to deteriorate quite a bit. So this was ready to be cut. The center has filled in completely on them, and we cut also some snapdragons, which we have fun with because they talk. So don't forget to talk with your snapdragons. I'll post that little link down below so you can see how to talk with your snapdragons and maybe, you know, just do something fun around the house. I know we're kind of still stuck in the house, all quarantined, so just stay safe, you guys. I hope you really enjoy this video. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you. I hope you have a great, great day today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.